In the vast savanna of Africa, the sun was slowly preparing to set. The sky was painted in shades of orange and gold. The scent of dry grass lingered in the air, but behind this beautiful scene, a silent struggle was unfolding. A powerful lion of that jungle had not eaten for the past 3 days. 3 days, without a single bite. His name was Lion. Lion was once the undisputed king of this territory. His roar used to shake the earth itself. But today, there was exhaustion in his walk, a burning hunger in his eyes, and the growling of his stomach was pushing his patience to its limits. Hunger weakens not only the body, but the mind as well. Lion's ribs had begun to show faintly. His steps had grown heavy. Yet hunting was in his nature. He knew, if he failed to find prey today, weakness would completely take over. The sun was halfway down when he noticed movement in the distant grassland. He lifted his head, his golden eyes narrowed. In front of him was a large herd of zebras. About 15 to 20 of them. A moving sea of black and white stripes. Lion's heartbeat quickened. This was his chance. But it would not be easy. Hunting a herd is always difficult. Zebras never stay alone. They remain alert, signal one another, and at the slightest sense of danger, they run with all their strength. Lion crouched behind the bushes. He blended himself into the tall grass. His breathing slowed. He studied the direction of the wind. If his scent reached the herd, it would all be over. The wind was in his favor. Slowly, he began to move forward. Every step measured carefully. The grass brushed against his face. His tail stayed low against the ground. His eyes locked onto a young zebra. It stood slightly apart from the herd. Perhaps it was new, perhaps inexperienced. Predators always choose the weakest or the one that strays. Lion calculated the distance. 50 meters, 40 meters, 30 meters. Suddenly, an older zebra became alert. It lifted its head, its eyes fixed directly in Lion's direction. For a moment, the jungle seemed to freeze. Had it seen him, Lion became completely still, like a stone. The wind was still on his side. A few seconds, that felt like minutes. Then the old zebra relaxed again. Hope returned inside Lion. Now the distance was only 20 meters. Now he had to run. Because a lion's true power lies in his first leap. He tightened his muscles. There was only one target in his eyes now. And then, he sprang forward like lightning. Grass flew into the air. The ground trembled. Panic exploded within the herd of zebras. A cloud of dust rose everywhere. The thunder of hooves echoed across the savanna. Lion ran straight toward the young zebra. His speed was tremendous, but 3 days of hunger had weakened his body slightly. The zebra ran with all its strength. Its legs sliced through the air. Lion closed the gap. 10 meters. 5 meters. He leapt. His claws brushed against the zebra's hind leg. But his grip was not strong enough. The zebra kicked violently. Its hoof struck Lion's shoulder. For a moment, he lost his balance. He tumbled to the ground. Dust billowed around him. By the time he stood up, the herd was far away. Silence spread across the field. Lion stood there alone. His breathing was heavy. His shoulder throbbed with pain. The prey had escaped before his eyes. 3 days of hunger were about to turn into 4. Slowly, he walked to the shade of a tree and sat down. There was no anger in his eyes. Only exhaustion. And experience. The law of the jungle is clear. Not every attempt succeeds. But giving up is not an option either. The sun had completely set. Stars began to sparkle in the sky. Night is a lion's time. He had not been fast enough during the day. But at night, his eyes see even sharper. He looked up at the sky, as if making a promise to himself. Tomorrow, he would try again. Hunger could not break him. Because he was not just an animal. He was a predator. He was the king of the jungle. And a king may fall. But he does not sit down in defeat. The night grew deeper. In the distance, the laughter of hyenas echoed. Lion stood up again. The same spark had returned to his eyes. The prey had escaped, but hope had not. And in the jungle, only those survive who keep trying until their last breath. The story is not over yet. Because tomorrow will be a new day. And Lion will hunt again. Hungry, but more cautious than before. More patient than before. Because in the jungle, victory belongs to those who rise after they fall. And in the savanna air, a low roar echoed softly, declaring to the world, The king is still alive. Lion.